This is D, and Less Stress for Life. That's what's up. Hello, everyone. With all the things that are going on in this day and age, the only word I have is whoa. Gotta say it again, whoa. But at the same time, I gotta put my hand up on this. Whoa. When I put my hand up and I say whoa, this is what I'm talking about. There are a lot of things going on, and unfortunately, there are a lot of responses that have not been to the favor of anybody in society. Anybody. So, this is one thing that I really encourage you to do. Before you launch out and do anything, I get it. I say, you got a problem. Popo, Bobo, Dodo, Jojo did you wrong. Or maybe Popo, Bobo, Dodo, Jojo did Popo, Dodo, Bobo, Jojo wrong. Whatever the situation, okay? I get it. You are frustrated. But here's the thing. Before you launch out and do any single thing, I need for you to do one thing. One thing. I need for you to do the umbrella. I need for you to do the umbrella. Think about it. The umbrella. The umbrella does what? Covers a lot underneath. And this approach that I'm talking about for you to do covers much more underneath than you could ever imagine. And this technique that I'm talking about, this approach that I'm talking about, before you launch out and do any single thing that you may or may not regret, this thing that can have complications or repercussions for the rest of your life, do the umbrella. Do the umbrella. The umbrella. Let's get to the umbrella. The umbrella is deep breathing. Deep breathing isn't just deep breathing. It's not just deep breathing. Deep breathing is so much more. And I'm going to this video is broken up into a few segments. It's broken up into the reasons for deep breathing. It's broken up also into the mechanics of deep breathing. And it's also broken up into, let's practice deep breathing. So let's go for the reasons for deep breathing. Reasons for deep breathing. Number one, deep breathing helps you calm down. What am I talking about? You look at somebody. Somebody may be beet red in the face, upset, enraged. Deep breathing can help that person get that heart rate down. Sometimes you can actually see a vein popping out. You can see a vein popping out of the neck, out of the forehead. Shucks, some folk have even seen their heart beating, as they say, beating out of their chests. Deep breathing can help settle a brother, settle a sister down. That's one benefit of deep breathing. Let's talk about another benefit of deep breathing. Another benefit of deep breathing is actually deep breathing gets a good supply of oxygen to the brain. As you're dealing with stressors, as you're dealing with the crazy things of life, you need to have all your wits about you. Sometimes you see people rubbing their heads. I guess they're trying to get something going, trying to figure stuff out, when maybe they'd be better served, instead of rubbing their heads, doing some deep breathing. Deep breathing gets that good oxygen supply to the brain. Guess what the brain thrives on? Oxygen. Number one, gets that heart rate down. Number two, it gets that good oxygen supply to the brain so you can better process what's going on. And number three, probably the most significant thing about deep breathing. It gives you that pause. It gives you that opportunity to just take a figurative knee, so to speak, before you launch out into doing something. I'm not even saying you're going to do something crazy. You may be doing something very logical. Guess what? Deep breathing can still help you better process things. Deep breathing can just help you like, okay, let me pause and make sure. Pause. Those are the 3 benefits. Let me go over them again. Number 1, you get your heart rate down. Number 2, you better process what's going on. Number 3, just taking that pause, stepping back just for a moment. Those are the benefits. Now let's talk about the mechanics of deep breathing. And as we talk about the mechanics, one thing I like to do is set the ambiance, so to speak. Get your environment right as you possibly can. Sometimes you may just have to run into your truck or your car, your SUV, whatever you have, okay? Just run in there, put a tune on. And when I say a tune, I'm not talking about, you know what? We'll deal with the music another time. But let's just say this. Just put on some music that even a baby could relax to. And I'm not talking about your special, wonderful child who can relax to Leonard Skinner or something like that. I'm talking about some soft, soothing music. That's the ambiance. Okay, as much as you possibly can, get away from that situation. As much as you possibly can. Move away from that situation. Get yourself your music. Okay, let the tune be about 4 or 5 minutes. 3 to 5 minutes song, or just like a tune. That'd be good. That'd be good for right now. Now, continuing on with the mechanics. As you're doing deep breathing, make sure that there is a clear path from your nose to your lungs. Don't be hunched over. Don't allow anything to stop your diaphragm from dropping so that your lungs can fill up. Don't have your arms tight into you, because sometimes you're so tense you don't realize that your arms are actually pushing up against your ribs. So make sure that you have space. Your lungs have space. Okay, that diaphragm is down, is able to move down so that the lungs can fill up. Your nose, like I said, your nose and your lungs, there's a clear path. Nothing, you're not having your head to the side, you're not having your head down. Nothing is blocking the airway. Nothing is stopping your lungs from expanding, and then nothing is stopping your diaphragm from pushing the lungs so that all the air can extend. Now you can do this. You can have your arms out to your side. Shucks, you can have your arms actually behind your head if you want. Okay? Like relaxed. You can actually be laying down. You could be sitting down just like I'm doing right now. Or you can be standing up. Just allow for that clear path. Nothing hindering. Nothing encumbering that full air intake, the full air release. Let's keep going. As it relates to the mechanics, how much breathing are you going to be doing? How many breaths? Some people will think that, just one breath is good enough, and not necessarily. The reason I talk about the music is 3 to 5 minute song or tune is so that way you can gauge the amount of time that you're doing your deep breathing. Some individuals say maybe about four breaths per minute. I've heard of individuals who have actually been able to do 2 breaths per minute, but they have been doing deep breathing for a long period of time. Some people will say you need to put your hand over your chest and over your belly. If you want to, that's fine, but you don't have to do that, at least not starting out. The biggest thing is to make sure that you're getting a full inhale. Fill those lungs up as much as possible. And once you breathe in, you breathe nice and long inhale. Just pause just for a moment, less than a second. And then exhale, just push it all out nice and slow. Nice and slow. And then even at the bottom, pause just a moment. And then inhale again. Now let's do this. Let's give you the opportunity to practice. Not going to practice with any music right now. We're just going to practice maybe 4 or 5 deep breaths. So let's go with this thing. Okay? Inhale. Pause. Exhale. Pause. Inhale. Pause. Exhale. Pause. Inhale. Pause. Exhale. One more time. Pause. Inhale. Pause. Exhale. As you see, I breathe in through my nose and I breathe out through my mouth. That's just how I do it. Um, I've heard from several individuals who I've shared deep breathing with, who said that it is a very, very good thing, and it really helped them, as they may have been having anxiety attacks, panic attacks. It helped them as they found themselves shaking, as they found their hearts beating out of their chests, as they described it, just to be able just to gave them a level of control, and also just helped, as somebody would say, just helped better regulate, better distribute the stress hormones throughout the system. But that's what I have to say as it relates to deep breathing. All in all, my brother, my sister, before you launch out, before you do anything that might not be to your advantage long term, might not be to your family's advantage long term, might not be to your society's advantage long term. Breathe. Breathe deeply. Remembering the umbrella. This is D, and less stress for life. That's what's up. Peace.